I started playing music when I was about 4 years old or something. My mother there was a piano in the house, so when I was young, they used to stand me at the piano. I would stand on the bench. And then when I was about 6, I started taking lessons. And then when I was about 11, I found my father's drum set in the basement. I was a drummer for a while. And then when I was about 14, I found the guitar. But I always played piano, and that ended up being what I came back to and spent most of my time on. And then when I was about 16, I met this guy. We grew up in the same town together, and there weren't a lot of people who played music in our town, even though it was like a generally creative kind of community, somewhat. But then we met each other and started playing all the time together, and we've been playing for 10 years together now, so.
I started playing later in life, I guess. Basically, I was at a friend's house, and him and his brothers had a punk rock band in their basement, and they could play, and I had never even considered being able to play music like myself. You know, I loved music, I was obsessed with records. The first thing I asked people was, what kind of music do you listen to? And these guys could play, and they weren't very good, but it was exciting, and I went home and found my dad's old guitar in the closet and put strings on it and learned all their songs, and then I was in their band in a matter of months. And then it just remained an obsession. It's just been an obsession since then. And I met Nat. We were young when we started playing together, and actually we had our first legitimate performances together.
They were like 18
years old, running around New York City.
Running around, yeah, a bunch of kids getting in trouble in New York City. And it's a lot of fun. The Nat Osborn Band really is only about 2 years old. But when it came time to tour outside of New York, Boston, Washington, D.C., we wanted to go down to Texas, we wanted to go to Europe, we were operating independently. 7 people is a lot of people. So we said, okay, how can we do this music justice with it fit in one vehicle, basically. I mean, honestly, I wish there was a more romantic reason why we're traveling as 4 people. We'd love to have the horns, but it mostly comes down to operating as an independent band and trying to make costs. Also, we've found different things in the songs and different ways of playing, and this ensemble that we're on tour with right now has its own way of playing these songs. Mike, the bass player, I went to college with, but he wasn't originally in the band. He was living in Krakow, and he and I met Damian, the drummer. He's from Poland. We met him in Krakow. We started playing together, found that we had this really, really good connection, and so it just made sense for Dustin and I to come over here, and we did the tour in October, and really kind of created our own unique, kind of loud, raucous way of approaching these songs and this music.